Let's hope it does, but they've had a lot of chances to kick that opening goal and they haven't been able to nail it just yet. Maybe from this stoppage, and Lewis gets a bit of that, and I think they've got it. They have. Lewis gets the first.
Well, they're one of the best Hawthorn at scoring from stoppages, and Melbourne are one of the worst in the competition from actually protecting the stoppage and defending from the stoppage.
You can still defend it.
That's a good call, Ingy, because Jack Watts had good position on Gibson, then he actually went to the goal square.
You just got to penetrate, don't you?
High ball to half forward. Smith thinking ahead, did well. Not sure he meant it for Hill, but Hill swoops on the loose ball, goes in and gets their second. Well, Hill the beneficiary. I think that Smith Fitzpatrick, who wants to go. Roughhead was creeping up behind him like that librarian. We've seen it before at the MCG. Lewis kicks inside the forward 50. Franklin was held. He's going to get a free kick.
It was an interception mark, and they actually had players, Melbourne players that were free. He had to go, he had to move, and he would have shuffled Hawthorn's defence by moving.
That reaction might have been to Fitzpatrick getting nabbed by Roughhead in midfield, and now they pay the ultimate price. Johnny Franklin, don't get him on a roll.
In fact, Dennis, Matthew Scarlett wrote a really good article about being a key defender during the week in Inside.
And Smith just ran him down so quickly. Hod squeezy good though to Lake, and then Lake on the up to Shields, and then Shields gets a handball away. Simpkin. Well, Lingy talks about the fact that he finds the footy. Simpkin has been doing that today. Oh, there's that Roughhead mark. That was a beauty. And now they're on the burst.
The running Smith through the centre square. Second bounce. They let him go inside 50. Frawley didn't make a decision. And Smith goes in and kicks the goal. Neither one thing nor the other. Frawley mesmerised there. Just got to no man's land.
Here it is. The seas just parted here for Smith, and they make you pay like very few other teams in the competition.
Find the target, and a lot of Hawthorn players around the football. Burgoyne has it now. Oh, measured the kick to perfection. Centimetre perfect, just popping it over the defender. He's had shots in the opening term. Missed a lot of them, but this is better. So he's back on song. Luke Bruce puts it through, and Hawthorn kick away.
Tim, I wonder if ball kick creating a Burgoyne's kick was a magnificent one. Frawley's effort a moment ago was good. The second effort, a series of hand passes end up with Saul. Gets it to half forward. Big fly from Roughhead. Lewis, well done. Hale over the top. Burgoyne's been kicking goals and gets another one. I think the floodgates have just opened. And you know what was really...
Here's that clearance again. Lewis really clever by hand, and then Hale just a quick handball, and Burgoyne just smashed that through.
Said I'll see at the end of the game. Sewell's had 15 and Jones has had 13. Both having a bit of fun.
Birchall gets a torpedo working pretty well, and Ruffy's got it. Just a good kick. It's always going to be a difficult... Talked a lot about his contributions this year, and the stellar form that he's in. And Hawthorn get their 7th goal. Melbourne without a goal so far in this opening half.
And, yeah, putting the extra play behind the ball for Melbourne.
42 points the margin. Fitzpatrick did well, worked his way in front. Trengove had it, then lost it, falling to the ground grimly. Hand pass from Sewell. Puopolo bounces it down towards full forward. Still a live footy. I'm not sure anyone touched it. It's a goal.
That ball had a spell on it.
Smith.
Yeah, here he is, yeah. There he goes. Under one leg, under two, under three, under four.
I don't think Smith does. A really good one-on-one player, Bruce, trying to get back. Melbourne got a number in there too. Then Burgoyne tries to fish it out, and he does fish it out, and does it brilliantly, Burgoyne, and sets up Hill, who really should finish. Well done, Burgoyne. Well done, Hill. Hawthorn get another one.
Easy beat. Turlick put his body in front. That hurt. Now he's taken high as Bruce. He's going to get the free. Garland coming off the pack, applying a tackle on the way down. A little nervous tension. He's going around on the left, and he slams it hard, takes any luck out of the equation, and gets his second.
45 goals last year for Bruce, 30 the year before. I mean,
already, but just clever the way he thought this through. They were actually talking about him last year about being one of those guys that might have been able to push up into their midfield.
Turlick held up by Hale, McKenzie, Hale, Burgoyne trying to fish it out. Trengove within the 2-9s. Saul just gets a little bit on it. Lewis gets it to Bruce, gets it to Smith, is it? And another one. So he's had a big day, Smith. He's kicked a couple, and they're scooting right away just before half-time.
They've got 9 or 10 of them.
So Hawthorn really digging in now. Guerra got it from Saul. Franklin couldn't quite get it. Roughhead crashing through Simpkin. Mitchell, well done. Birchall's a beautiful kick. Another one. Right on half-time. So Melbourne have the second lowest score for the season here at half-time. Ironically, it was the Bombers against Fremantle, which was 11-1-5. So that
Jamar slaps it out wide. Trengove coming off the line. Too slick for Matt Jones. Puopolo gets it out. The kick comes from Duray down towards half forward. Roost just cruising past. Kicks a brilliant goal. That's his third. Snapshots are his forte.
So the quick reply. Leggy, we're just waxing lyrical about Bruce. I mean, he is just a hard matchup.
He certainly is. He's sort of that middle-sized player.
The shoulder down towards the 50. Dunn held his position, but the ball bounced away from him. Bruce again, deep in the pocket. Tries to pull it back. He got it from Hill, and Roughhead gets on the end of it. Forward. Right up there with the very best of them. Bear in mind, he's missed a lot of easy chances today. Does that take him out of the conversation? I'm not sure. Here's Roughhead. Kick is on the way and he puts it through. That's his second.
It's an interesting conversation because he's
Mitchell in well held. Hale. Mitchell will get a free. Advantage taken by Sewell. Scuttles away. Kicks inside the forward 50. In front is Grimley. And he takes the mark. A lot to like about this youngest goal. Seemed very genuine. First goal with his first kick in football, Dave tells me. Well, he's got his second goal now as he steers this one through. Well done. And obviously, a bit of a kick coming from the coach at three-quarter time.
Well, it's a fantastic contested mark. It really
First goal last season. His first in the AFL, and he must be a popular customer down there, I'd say, because...
So the Hawks have started this quarter a lot better. So Duray just measured. That's a great kick. And, well, Melbourne was slack. Really slack, because that ball took a 25 years of age. So another one of these mature players, good stories, gets the goal. He's had a pretty good day. Well, I think Tim Clarkson...
It's his own brand. Could have done better with a Doors glove perhaps today.
Here's Guerra. Yeah, the glove. I wonder if we'll see it again. Hasn't been a lucky omen for him today. Stratton. Here he is. Can't quite, but he made a great contest, Franklin. And Bruce has kicked his fourth goal. Well done, buddy, there.
He couldn't take the chance. It would go through. Bale. And it bounced off his chest. Hill just walks up alongside. Stole the footy. Gives it to Puopolo. Across to Bruce. Now he's got 5.
Just a mistake by Bale. Well done. Puopolo is just so unselfish here. And percentage always important. Lewis soccering forward. The race is on. Frawley and Franklin over the back. Puopolo has just been magnificent today. Oh! Oh, gee, how good has he been? I reckon a lot of good players out today, but he's got the...
I mean, there's the pickup from Popolo, and on that occasion, he decided to do it all himself. He's actually just a couple off today, but I'll tell you what, the speed show
One out wide. Birchall normally distributes very nicely. This one, no exception. Simkin looks inside the forward 50, sets it up. Buddy was being held. He'll get the free. Tough break for Frawley. And turned out to be. It was only 3, and there weren't enough to really give him a fence. There goes the kick from Bunny, and he puts it through, so they're approaching 100 now. He's got 2.
They're closing in on that 3-figure margin.
The stretch back to Gibson, who initiated all of this. Now he's away. Nobody near him. He can run it down to the 50, but he elects to kick. Not his best effort either. Up goes Howe, couldn't hang on, hitting the ball hard. Smith goes to Rockhead, who runs into an open goal and kicks it. He's got 3. So the margin now over 100.
Yep. Hawthorn's biggest win this season. As Fitzpatrick to rough it. Well, here we go. Hawthorn's biggest win this season has been 83 points. So they'll have their biggest win for the year. Will they get the 100? Here's a contest. Franklin pushed out of it.
Who gets the crumb? It's all about the crumb now. We're down to 8 seconds. Comes to Roughhead. Pushes aside a teammate. Sends it inside the forward 50. Fuopolo's down there. Couldn't take the mark. Melbourne weathered the storm. 143 to 48. More of the same. A sense of deja vu. Luke Hodges with Cameron Lee.
Well, he is, and subbed off Hodgie.
Now